My name is Anne Danielsen. I'm a senior service designer at the Danish Design Centre, and I've been the project manager of this work we called Future of Congresses. The four scenarios are four different alternative futures that are based on some of the megatrends that we're looking at. The way we built the four scenarios is in collaboration with lots of people who gave input, shared their knowledge about this field, the field of congresses. And we had a lot of iterations going on along the way. So we started with the megatrends, with the tendencies, and then we started developing the first scenarios, you might say, or the uncertainties in this field. And then based on that, we described the scenarios even further. We tested them out with stakeholders and experts. And when we had defined the four scenarios in the end, we started the design process of actually putting form to the future. One of them is what we call a baseline scenario, which is actually the world as we know it today, but in a 2040 perspective. That's the one we called accelerated adaptation. Then we have a scenario we call catalyst for change. That's a scenario where we put the human in the center, and we see a more broad way of understanding professionalism, a new way of seeking knowledge, you might say. We have a third scenario we call go regional. That's a more fragmented world where we see more locally and regionally located congresses. And then the last one we call into the wild, and that's where everything is up in the air. We see congresses not in the form we know them today, but more as workshops, hackathons, festivals maybe. So that's the completely new way of understanding a congress. One of my great learnings from this is that even though we're looking at a quite conservative field, in my opinion, I think that there's so much room for thinking radically different, and people are actually willing to if we provide them with the right tools. And I think this scenario way of working and also putting design into that is one of the key elements of actually thinking new and thinking innovative and thinking radically different about this field. And one of my learnings is that it's actually a very valuable tool, and design can play a big role within this field. Before you start developing scenarios, you have to look into the different megatrends within a field, and also just the societal megatrend in the world. We do see membership is being challenged already today in the year of 2019. That doesn't mean that they're irrelevant in 2040, but they have to rethink how they recruit and what is membership as being an association. When we had all those workshops, I think we have 6 workshops in this process. We have of course asked what change do all the participants and experts see within this field, and everyone knows that this area will change. The change has not happened that fast within the last decades, but we do see so many societal structures changing, and that will have an impact within this field as well. So there is, I wouldn't say a desperate need of rethinking, but a desire of rethinking who we are and why we meet. And I think this project has shown that if we can facilitate this dialogue in the right way, there's actually a very interesting room for reinventing what is associations, what is the future meeting and congresses.